Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for tuning in. You know why I am here, to share some messages with you. They may or may not resonate, but you could still stick around to be entertained. I don't have much downloaded messages to share for this video in terms of things that were given to me today, but you know I got a notebook full of messages to share, okay? But I'm just going to stick to what's here on this page, which is not a lot of stuff, and see what flows through the channel. The channel is officially on. Once I press the start button, it's active, okay? So whatever comes out of my mouth may be relevant to somebody somewhere out there, anybody, anywhere. It may be general messages, single messages, or it could be one message altogether with just moving parts, okay, and clues that might not be clear now, but might be clarified in a next video, okay? So just stay put, buckle up, because again, we don't know what's going to come out the channel, but of course, I'll do my best to apply wisdom that no one, including myself, gets in trouble, okay? Be sure to read the description box so you can see ways in which you can support the channel or get in touch with me, okay? And also to remind you that everything here is classed under entertainment, okay? If I speak on anything medical or legal, okay, that is not me giving you advice, okay? I may give suggestions, but it's up to you to seek help when help is needed, okay? So please use your discretion, please use your discernment. Let's get into it. So in one of my recent videos, I mentioned something about ladybugs, that a lot of ladybugs were out over the weekend, and it was divine. It wasn't by chance, because we know what month it is. It's not typically the season for this many ladybugs, okay? So this is, I heard, unprecedented. That's what I heard. Something unprecedented is going to happen. Unprecedented is going to happen this season. This is an unusual season, okay? Or something should be noted about this season, okay? But anyways, back to Ladybug. I couldn't go outside on my balcony because there's just too many out there. But there was a moment where I opened the door and 4 came in. I'm like, ah! I mean, they're cute and all, but when they fly, they could be a nuisance. But 4 came in. So here is with another number, because remember, there's really something significant about 3 things I mentioned off of paper one day: counting, colors, and 3 words mentioned, okay? I don't know if I've already uttered those 3 words. I guess whoever needs to hear those words, whoever that message is for, will know, will receive it. But the colors and the counting will possibly come up every now and then, but clearly it's a major part of this story, okay? So we have Ladybug. What I'm getting off the bat, split these words apart, so there's going to be a splitting of something. There is a bugaboo, okay? I'm getting that first, okay? This could be a female, since we're talking about ladybug here, okay? Or maybe somebody is bugging a lady, or maybe a lady is bugged, okay? It could be any of those things. The one that is coming out more strongly is that there's a lady here who is bugged, okay? And the reason why I say it's coming out more strongly is because in the last message, the last video, there were messages that was speaking about, you know, a woman with a handbag with a snake with one eye in it, and that was from a movie. Still don't know the name, okay? But that gave me the inclination that somebody might have a bug in a bag, a handbag, okay? We had something about the upper chest area, which made me insinuate that that's a possible location where a wire could be placed, okay? So this is nothing far-fetched, And if you are following along, you will also see these correlations, okay? If you're new here, you might just want to just view quietly so you could pick up on how things flow, the method to my madness, and how I come about putting these messages together, okay? So I believe a lady is bugged here. A lady is being used to collect information on specific people for a specific purpose, okay? Why would this lady be used? I'm not sure what's so special about this lady, okay? Maybe something red, something black, or even yellow or black, because there has been a lot of yellow and black ladybugs lately or this summer, but the ones yesterday were red and black, okay? So this lady might have some preference for those colors, or maybe those colors are some, what do you call it, symbol of allegiance, affiliation to some gang, okay? What else does red and black mean? I don't know why Trinidad just came out, okay? So somebody Trinidadian might be involved in this, you know? This lady could be bug, or maybe somebody put a bug on a Trinidadian lady, okay? Somebody's bugging a lady here. Or maybe somebody receives information about a lady via a bug, okay? This is giving me there's a mole somewhere. Criminal informant did come out in one of the readings. Criminal operation came out as well, okay? Let's move on and see if anything comes out later on regarding this, because it's not a lot of notes on the page, so I'm not going to try to overthink. We'll just let the cards fill in some blanks for us. Next, I have sinking ship, which we touched on that in another video, the Titanic, that it's going down in the Atlantic, okay? So something big is going down, okay? Maybe Atlantic, Ocean could be relevant. Atlantic Records could be relevant. What else is Atlantic? We know about Atlantis, okay? That was a city that went under, okay? So maybe many people are going under with all their crafts and inventions. And what else do I get from Atlantic? Okay, let's move on. Big ship is going under. Something big, a big organization is going under. A lot of upper class people are being demoted, okay? Because we know the Titanic, the focus was on the rich and wealthy, okay? So there's a focus on the rich and wealthy here. Of course, there was poor people on the ship. They were at the bottom. And that tells me that there's going to be some casualties, which there usually are casualties, okay? Some innocent people might get caught up in this, innocent bystanders. Okay, so something bystander. Okay. Okay. Bystander. Something has to be done by standard. So this is giving me somebody was provided with a lot of information. And there's an expectation. There's a standard to meet. Okay, standard is also giving me what I mentioned, something about deadline. So meet the standard includes meeting a deadline. Okay, meeting the standard also says you have to do it a particular way, because one wrong move will shake everything up. Okay, so there's a certain way to execute a mission here. But I'm thinking that there's a lady, possibly maybe bugged, who's gonna thwart this mission. For some reason, this lady cannot follow instructions thoroughly. That's what's coming through right now. And because of this lady and her irrationality, a lot of innocent people are going to go down. A lot of innocent people are going to get caught up in this. Because next I have rapture, and rapture means caught up. Okay, next to rapture, I have halo. Okay, so a lot of people might pass in a situation because of a silly woman. That's what I'm hearing. A foolish woman, a woman choosing to wear a bug, gathering information. She could be gathering information on a particular purpose, because since I said focus and I forgot what I was supposed to write down, only the word focus came out. Okay, so perhaps somebody is too tunnel vision on a person or a situation, too focused to where they can't see what's coming, that there's a sinking ship or there's a glacier ahead. On this ship that they are on, they think that they are secure, they think they are safe, but they do not see the big rock, the iceberg in front of them until it was too late. They could not maneuver in time. Okay, so something here is not foolproof, like I mentioned in the last time when I was talking about the Wray and Nephew overproof rum, but it's still too late to back out now. Hence, that's why too late to apologize. But the plan will go awry. The plan still has to go through just to go awry. There is no turning back now. This ship is going down. I want to say this ish is going down. Okay, so this ship is going down. This ish is going down as well. I have fly here in big letters. Okay, and I have in smaller letters fly on the wall. Okay, so this tells me you don't see something, because on the wall it's very small, so you're not seeing something, but it's there and it's big. It's going to cause a big uproar, a big exposure, because fly is big. Okay, fly on the wall, so somebody's under surveillance. Okay, somebody's apartment, somebody's office, somebody's studio, somebody's car, maybe somebody's handbags, more than one, is fully bugged out. Okay, something on the wall, so it could be a frame, because I know the song Photograph kept channeling to. That's by Rihanna and will.i.am from Black Eyed Peas. Okay, so maybe somebody's artwork has a bug on it. Yeah, picture frame, artwork, anything that's hung on a wall has some kind of bug on it. And once that is retrieved and the information there is assessed, it's going to cause a major rapture. And halo, I don't know how many halos here, but there will be a halo. Okay, what else do we have here? Something about an iron. Okay, so this could be somebody who's just iron sharp, iron strong, man of steel, so somebody who shouldn't be challenged. Okay, iron could also represent a weapon, because I know I had a dream where I was holding on to an iron, saying this is all I have, this is all I could use, and I'm ready to use it if need be. Okay, so this could be another term, another name for a weapon. Okay, somebody will be using a weapon in a situation here, and it's going to be steel, because iron gives me that weapons of steel. But there's some hero here. I know the song I Can Be Your Hero Baby by Enrique Channel. Okay, it's also giving me Superman, because isn't he the man of steel? There's a super figure here, a superhero here, who's very strong and is going to protect somebody. Something could be relevant about 2013. I see Man of Steel 2, Batman versus Superman. Okay, so this is two big figures here going against each other, two superstars. Okay, it could be men or it could be women. Okay, but one is Batman, one is Superman, but they both have powers. Who's the director? Zack Snyder. Someone could be named Zack. It's written by David. I know David been channeling King David. Okay, so this could be two kings here, and again a woman king, because that also came out in a reading. And to be forward, you know, in the song Moment for Life by Nicki Minaj, where she says, I slay Goliath with the sling. Put that on everything, that I slay Goliath with the sling. Okay, so there's somebody here who is commissioned, whose purpose is to take down a giant. You are King David, okay? And with King David, it tells me you have an army behind you as well, that it's not just you on the battlefield. It's not just you on the front line, okay? You have an army with you, whether you know this or not, all right? And this might correlate to, this is for my dogs, this is for my dogs, okay? So somebody is going to show you just how faithful and loyal they are to you, okay? Possibly by putting their life on the line, okay? Because I have hero here, and we know a lot of people don't get that recognition, don't get that title unless they are a fallen soldier, okay? So if we're not dealing with somebody who's actually a veteran, okay, and this doesn't have to be a veteran in human war, actual war. This could be a veteran in a game, any game. It could be dominoes, since we're talking about dominoes, or it could be the rap game, the rap industry. Okay, so this is a veteran, and then we have fallen soldiers, okay? So somebody might be putting their life on the line for somebody else. And that's taking me back to Jack and Rose in Titanic. Okay, somebody knows that they have to go down so somebody could stay up, that somebody could survive. So there's one more thing I wanted to say about dominoes, but it comes and goes. So something comes and goes. This could be life, this could be people, like relationships, jobs, stress, anything that would apply to come and go. Or there was a scripture, don't remember which one, maybe it's Psalm 121, it was on a card, where it says you're blessed whether you coming, whether you going, okay, anywhere you go. So that could also be relevant as well. Psalm 121, okay, you're protected, you're safe, but somebody has to, again, wrap something up just to ensure that you'll never be in this kind of danger again, okay? Somebody's almost steering the ship in the direction of an iceberg. Okay, unprecedented this season. That is really interesting. 18 minutes. For fly, you could also be fly, meaning stylish, fashionable, or you're about to be, you know, or you just have swag. Someone might be traveling, which did come out in the last reading as well, something about rides, free rides and stuff. So you might be, might get flued out. Oh, what else? Fly. Oh, here's the domino thing. With all the domino references, it behooves me to inform you that there might be some relevance about a billiard or an arcade, anywhere where dominoes could be played, okay? Because I'm getting cues. And cues make me think about like a pool hall. But cues could also mean like follow the signal. And I did share on my TikTok yesterday. I returned to TikTok finally. I shared a dream that I had, a disturbing dream, okay? And in the dream, I was walking Cardi B out of an office. We had just wrapped up a session, so I was like a counselor or a spiritual advisor, okay? But she came to see me, and everything went okay, according to my judgment. You know, I thought everything was cool, and I decided to walk her out. You know, we walked out the building. Here's the word building again. And walked to the parking lot, and we were just having some closing arguments, I guess. And I hear a car pull up, a door open, but the way the car pulled up got my attention, okay? So it's like it came in unexpectedly. And I look over and I see this man jump out. And at first I didn't know who it was. But then Cardi B looked at the person and did something with her head. And he started coming towards us aggressively. So I got this inclination to just like start running. And I turn around and I start running. And he reaches Cardi B and they both start coming in my direction, you know. So I get back into the office building. And I go to a different office because she knows my office. She was just there. And I hide under someone else's desk. And I can hear them, you know, where is she? Where'd she go? Like, you know. And I'm like, why would Cardi B call Offset on me? You know, what the hell did I do? So, that's the short version. That was the end of the dream. I'm sharing this now just so we can have documentation, both on TikTok and here on YouTube. I don't know if these players, these imaginary players, are up to no good. I don't know if they are planning something, not to me, hopefully not, but I also hope that it's to nobody, because there's something here in the energy that is thwarted, okay? There's somebody who has been given rope, and we know what ropes can do, and that is not my wish or desire for anyone, okay? So I don't know if those people I just mentioned have anything to do with this, have anything to do with dominoes, a billiard, arcade, a tournament somewhere, games, like where there's possibly gambling, playing games for money, okay? But some kind of signal was given, and I'm not saying this is from Cardi B, okay? I'm just trying to see how my dream fits in with reality, okay? So a signal is going to be given to somebody. This may take place in a parking lot, or it may have taken place in a parking lot, okay? But it definitely has a game in the middle. A game was being played, and some signal was given to someone to move in, because he was moving towards me. So move towards someone, okay? Aggressively. Again, I'm not saying these imaginary players are significant to this story or any story. I am just documenting my mental mechanics here, okay? What else? Because dominoes just keeps coming up. I'm like, what's so relevant? And then with the stain, here it is. All right. It's looking like a fingerprint at a crime scene on a game piece. Now, it doesn't have to be domino. Numbers are on it, so it could be dice. It could be pool, because each ball has a number on it, okay? So something could have also taken place at the 9th hour, because the number 9 is here, or the 9th day of a month, in the 9th month, okay, where some kind of blood was shed, some kind of fingerprint. Talking about fingerprint, in the last video, I was showing the other side. When I was touching it, Something's going to fall and something's going to turn over because that domino hit something else that fell over. But I was showing that there was like ink on my hand, so transfer. That's giving me, I'll say two things for now. Could come, more could come. It's giving me like one, because this is the main one coming through. Somebody may be trying to pin a crime on somebody else by getting their prints from one thing and transferring it onto another thing, okay? Because I always seem to do this sometimes, and that's framing. Okay, so some kind of framing could be going on here as well, using the prints of somebody innocent, okay, to get them into trouble. Okay, the second thing I want to say about prints, maybe it's not a full print, because I know in some crime shows, I haven't watched any in a long time, but you don't need the actual full print. Just a little bit transferred on the surface of anything could be used with the sophisticated technology that we have in DNA detection, okay? So maybe a small piece of a print, a fingerprint was on something and in someone's possession that it should not have been, because how would that be in your possession if you have no involvement in a particular situation? Okay, so I'm getting that there is a what do you call it, a smoking gun, and that means let me see, I know what it means, but let's just see what Google says. A piece of incontrovertible, incriminating evidence. Should I say that again? A piece of incontrovertible, incriminating evidence. Okay, this is going to surface. Incriminating evidence is going to surface. Also, because I'm reading here, they give you an example of how to use it in a sentence. Listen to this. The trial's long-awaited smoking gun failed to surface. Okay, but what I am zooming in on is gun failed. Okay, so maybe a hit will go wrong because a gun gets jammed. Okay, or somebody's going to get jammed. Somebody might like jam. Okay, just throwing that little thing out there. Jammed as in like you're jammed in this situation because your print is on a gun as well as other prints, but why would your print be on it? Okay. But I'm also hearing in the act. So in the commission of a crime, a gun may fail, a gun may jam, and that's how the person is going to be apprehended and is going to be primetime news. That is also coming through. Okay. A veteran in the game is going to fall because fallen soldiers under veteran. Okay. So once on top, now fallen. Okay. I'm going to stop there with that. Let's just pull a few cards. Smoking gun. Let's see if the cards reveal the smoking gun. Okay, remember that these are just my rantings of my creative mind. Take it with a grain of salt. So billiards, arcade. Where else are games played? Other than a funeral, because that's where I started with my domino example. I know I also played dominoes in college during, lunch breaks and stuff. I know that dice, for instance, is played on the block, like just anywhere, as long as you have a pair. So here's a pair. So there's two people involved in something here, or two people's gonna die, because one die and then two dice. So maybe somebody will also get diced up. I know I mentioned something about ox in the videos I uploaded to TikTok. Okay, so It might be some kind of slicing here, some kind of sharp weapon, okay? Or maybe multiple weapons are involved, diverse weapons, so not just guns, knives, bats. It seems like it's going to be some kind of showdown, okay? It seems like a war here because, like I said, King David has an army behind him or her. I'm hearing that CeCe Winans song in my head, never lost a battle, never lost a battle, and never will. Whew, I got goosebumps. Ooh, it's on, baby. That's what I heard. I got goosebumps. May the best man win? Holy, please, we don't have to be violent. Let's just play a game of dominoes. Okay, let's put our skills on the table and see who the master player really is. Okay, we don't have to get our hands dirty. But it looks like somebody is not backing down from something. Because if they do, either way, it's going to unravel. Because something is still going to come out, even if somebody doesn't proceed with something. But the moment somebody proceeds with something, it makes something come out. So it's a trap. There's a trap here. Somebody's trapped. I don't know if they know this, but it's a two-edged sword. Nothing is coming out, so maybe I said everything that needed to be said. Mentioned the color, red and black. Did we mention anything about number other than the 4 ladybugs? Oh, 9. And I don't know which 3 words it would be because I mentioned more than 3, but maybe in consecutive order. So a phrase, I said a phrase that might alert somebody, might give off a signal since we're talking about signals here. Okay, so somebody might get the clue, get the message from just 3 words that were mentioned. And since I brought it up in this video, chances are I said it. So maybe when I'm watching it back, I will be able to detect what the 3 words are. Okay? But something is about to take off. That's what I feel. So if somebody is not booking a flight, something else. I cannot make this up. Look, 4:55. Well, it just turned to 4:56. Look, it's about to take off. 4:56 is taking off. And then it's a notice. Highway 407. So more numbers here. Highway, okay. Then we have to prevent the suspension of your license and additional fees. It is imperative to pay your toll. That's clearly a scam. So somebody's being scammed here. Number 1. Number 2, I did say something about parking lot. This is about parking. Okay. Number 3, in the message yesterday, I also talk about a parking notice. So there's something very relevant about a parked vehicle, or a parking lot, or on a road, driving, because highway is in that message. So car is important here. A parked car. And somebody's on notice. You got notice. So somebody got notice. Because this is talking about notice. And the other message that I shared yesterday said something about notice here. Parking notice. Past due violation on file. Handle the matter before we initiate collection proceedings. Please visit the link below. Help.com. Listen, somebody's on notice here. Park also means to stop. You heard the ding. Park also means to stop. Like You're on notice to stop what you're doing. Stop while you still can. Because we're aware of the plan, because violation on file, meaning you violated before. We're aware of this, okay? And we will initiate if you try to proceed again. We will handle the matter. We will link you. You'll go below because you're junk. Something's been reported. Maybe the fact that you're junk. Okay, I'm just making correlations here because this about parking or license, maybe somebody's license was left on a scene, a crime scene. Or fingerprints is being transferred from someone's driver's license to frame them. Maybe somebody works in the DMV and is going to create some false notice just to get somebody somewhere, to bait somebody to come in, and something will go down in a parking lot. Because in my dream, it was definitely an office building that I had to run towards, run into, run for cover, and hide, okay? But it was in the parking lot where the aggression started. I felt intimidated, like real trepidation. I knew the person coming towards me had bad intentions. And then the person who I was walking out, who I walked to the parking lot, didn't seem nervous or scared, nor did she run with me away from the person. She waited for the person, and they both proceeded in the direction where I was, okay? So all this, like I said, things come out. And even if I put myself in it, it doesn't mean it's me, okay? I'm actually playing the part of the main character in a situation. The energy who would need assistance, need help, being targeted, okay? The underdog, okay? So there's somebody here who might need to be careful in a parking lot. Perhaps you shouldn't schedule any meetings or appointments this coming week, okay? For somebody somewhere out there, maybe you need to reschedule something, cancel something, no appointments. Maybe someone's car has been bugged. Maybe someone's car, what do you call that? I guess it's another way of bugging, but you know when you put something on a person's car for it to blow up? Maybe somebody put a device on someone's car. Wow! Because there's something about a car here, and it could be a Chevy. Somebody could have a Chevy. Or somebody knows where you park. And park could mean not just park your car, but where you rest your head. So somebody has your address, and it could be karma. Okay, somebody knows where you park, where you'll be parked at. So where you hang out as well, where you'll be. Somebody is aware of your appointment. Somebody is aware of your schedule. Someone knows your calendar, where you're supposed to be, where you're headed. Okay? You could have a GPS on your vehicle that somebody is tracking you. And they're going to pull up and wait for you to come outside, walking towards your vehicle, and they're going to attack. I'm also seeing that, okay? 39 minutes. Let's hurry up. Seen a lot of things that I don't really want to see. Okay, and today's day is nothing like yesterday. Yesterday was beautiful. Like I said, lots of ladybugs, sunshine. Today is gloom. Today is gray. Today is rain. Okay? So the season's changing. I'm also hearing a new day has come. A new day. So somebody's waiting on a miracle. And the world told me to be strong. Hold on. Don't shed a tear. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps again. I think somebody's alone, isolated. Somebody's being pushed out purposely, ostracized. Because somebody wants them to lose it, wants them to lose their mind and implode. But a miracle is coming for someone, sweetie. My heart goes out to you, whoever it is you are. It's almost over. Are we ready? Shall you brace yourself? Okay. I cannot make this up. The house that wisdom built, folly destroyed. So this is the corrected version. Okay. Remember I took a card from the scrap box that had the word built missing. Okay. So now this is the correction. So something needs to be corrected, or there's going to be a correction. Okay. And this is the wise thing to do to rectify a problem or potential problem. Okay. Otherwise somebody's about to be destroyed if they do not use wisdom. Okay. But how awesome is that to come out again? Okay. Again, a house might be in question. Your house might be bugged. A house might be destroyed. A house might go up in flame. Okay. For it is a good thing that the heart be established with grace. I don't know where that comes from, but it's definitely a Bible scripture. But it was in the scrap box, okay? So it's a good thing that the heart be established with grace. I don't think that needs to be explained, okay? We must give grace where we can. We all miss the mark and fall short of the glory of God, okay? And if it wasn't for God's grace, I don't know what will become of us. We'll all be destroyed by our folly, okay? But the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. So if you fear God, there's certain things you won't undertake, okay? I'm not saying there won't be mishaps, mistakes, but continuous folly will result in your destruction. Next, we have many men. Okay, this ties in with everything that was flowing. Of course, I don't remember what was flowing until I watch it back. But again, setup vibes, because we know in the beginning of the song, oh my gosh, somebody has to go watch that video. In the beginning of the video, there are some young men waiting in a vehicle for 50 Cent to walk out of a store, like a bodega, and 50 Cent is walking, minding his business, and some, I don't know how many jumped out of the vehicle, but they rushed up on him, they pulled up on him, and they opened fire, but 50 Cent survived. Okay. So many men wish death upon me, blood in my eyes, I can't see. I'm just trying to be who I'm destined to be, but ninjas want to take my life away. I put a hole in I cannot make this up. Car waiting, many men. So somebody might have many bounties, like more than one person is coming for one person, and that's not fair. Is that fair? Is that fair? Let me know in the comments. Many men wish death upon me. Blood in my eyes. Remember all the blood talk, all the red? Didn't I say somebody's seeing red? Somebody's like seething, like. I need to pull up the lyrics. 45 minutes. I'm sorry, okay? If you don't make it to the end, it's okay. Because again, the main purpose and objective of recording these videos is for documentation, because it may be relevant later on, okay? Or it may, never know, be admissible in court, okay? So this is a death wish. Where did I write that down and did not mention it? Because now that's triggering a memory. That's triggering a memory. Like I wrote something. Yes, I did. I know I'm not losing it. I'm gonna do a video next because I did not do this side of the paper of the last video. I think the last video was something about belly of the beast. So I'm gonna go into this next, because let me see if I can show you, just to let you know that I'm not making anything up. Let me just see if there's anything incriminating here. Okay, I don't really see, but you see that right here? Death, death wish. Hit. You see the hit? Many men wish death upon me, but it's a suicide mission. Okay, somebody needs to work on their last will and testament, okay? Anybody who chooses to be my rival is suicidal. Okay, that's coming to me, and that's a quote from Nicki Minaj. I may not have said it verbatim, and I'll look it up afterwards, okay? But somebody's last will and testament needs to be reviewed, or you need to get one if you don't have one, because somebody's on a suicide mission here. Many men, okay? Let's look at some of the lyrics. Okay, so I'm just going to read what I see, even the conversation, okay, that leads up to the attack, okay? So maybe somebody's car is bugged, and while they're in the car talking about this, waiting for the person, information, there's intel there that's being collected, okay? Just throwing that out there. Okay, so man, we got to go get something to eat, man. I'm hungry as a mofo. Hey, yo, man, damn, what's taking homie so long, son? 50, calm down. Wait, sorry. 50, calm down. Here he come. Oh, what the? Oh, son, pull up. Okay? Pull up. Okay? And remember, in my dream, somebody pulled up. All right? So many men wish death upon me. Blood in my eye, dog, and I can't see. I'm trying to be what I'm destined to be, and ninjas trying to take my life away. I put a hole in a ninja for effing with me. My back on the wall, now you gon' see. Better watch how you talk when you talk about me, cause I'll come and take your life away. Many men, many men wish death on me, Lord. I don't cry no more. Don't look to the sky no more. Have mercy on me. Now these, okay. Now these wussy ninjas putting money on my head. Go on and get your refund, mofo. I ain't dead. I'm the diamond in the dirt that ain't been found. I'm the underground king, and I ain't been crowned. When I rhyme, something special happen every time. I'm the greatest, something like Ali in his prime. I walk the block with the bundles. I've been knocked on the humble. Swing the ox. Sorry. Ox. I apologize for that outburst, but I psych myself out, or the Lord is playing peekaboo with me, okay? Let me go back. I don't even know where I am. Okay, here it is. I walk the block with the bundles. I've been knocked on the humble. Swing the ox when I rumble. Show your ass what my gun do. Got a temper, ninja? Go ahead, lose your head. Turn your back on me, get clapped, and lose your legs. I walk around, gun on my waist, chip on my shoulder, till I bust a clip in your face. Puss, this beef ain't over. Many men. Wow. Ox. Anyways, moving on, especially for the sake of time. We have Kingston 13 restoration. Okay. So this is a confirmation that the project is on. Okay. Also, number 13 also confirms that these messages are accurate. They're true. They're sound. They're right. I'm on the ball. Okay. Because 13 is special to me. Okay. And I've been given a message of restoration as well back on my TikTok in December 2024. So this is also a confirmation that God's word about the restoration. This is a confirmation. You hear that ringing? Hello? Let me call you back in 1 minute. Thanks. I guess this phone doesn't have a pause. I'm using my backup phone. What was I saying? That Rima word that was given to me about the restoration of God's people, those who have been oppressed for far too long in the wilderness for 40 years or more. Okay. This is a confirmation, okay, that God is faithful. What God said, God will do, and God is going to do. So to continue being faithful yourself, believing in God, that God is who he says he is. He will restore you, okay? Mark my word. Mark the number 13, okay? Kingston 13. Who can lay anything to the charge of God's elect? This came from the scrap box. So even those who are deemed no longer useful, God can use you, okay? And some of God's best soldiers actually been scrapped, are locked up, locked away, okay? And I feel like God is going to break some chains, okay? Open up some prison bars, all right? And let out his servants so they could come out and do the Lord's work, okay? But if you are a true servant, called, chosen, nobody could lay anything to your charge. Nobody should even try to touch you. But if they do, they will be, look at this. They will plummet to the bottom of the ocean. They will go down with the Titanic, with the sinking ship that's pending. It's going down. Okay? How's it going down? It's going all the way down. Okay? And these are God's servant. These are God's servant that's coming to really dump some people where they belong, the bottom of the ocean. Okay, look at this. Social media fame. Okay, somebody here is going to go viral. Okay, or it just has gone viral. Many men could, you might have a following that consists of many men. Okay, many men might like the wisdom that you share or the folly that you point out. Many men could even be from Kingston, so could be Jamaican. Okay, many men recognize that you're sent by God as well, with the God's elect here. Many men may like how gracious you are here. Okay, or many men have been thrown to the bottom of the ocean. I'm thinking transatlantic slave trade. So here we go with the Atlantic again. And boat. And taking people who should not have been taken. Because that came out in the last message. Maybe there is somebody out here, Ox, who's been taking people that should not be taken. Okay? So maybe this has to do with Atlantic. Record possibly having terms in their contracts that requires this taking. I'm just rambling. Anyways, social media fame for somebody here. Okay? This could happen in 13 days with the number 13 looking at me, okay? But many men are coming in. Many men have eyes on you, okay? So if you're a female, you got pull. You got pull. Dedication to a particular calling. Look at this. Many men know that you've been called, you've been sent, you've been chosen. That this is your purpose and they support you. Okay? I'm hearing many are with you. Every angle, okay? Every angle. That's the truth. Because you know I don't come here to lie to you. That's the truth. The whole truth. Nothing but the truth. Even if it's not one complete story, every message, whether it's for individuals, establishments, organizations, it's the truth that I speak, that's being shared here by the Holy Spirit. Hallelujah. The last card I have is from the scrap box, and it's Seers Speak newsletter and blog. Okay, this is when I was coming up with my titles for the articles that I've worked on. Okay, and the first one was titled Murder, She Wrote. All right, and that's me exposing criminal activity in a church. Okay, alleging that somebody in the church, somebody in leadership, was marking some members of the congregation just so he could benefit through insurance fraud, insurance claims. Okay, so that might be relevant to somebody here as well. The next issue was the young woman on the balcony. And I finally revealed who that young woman is over on TikTok. But since I'm here, I might as well do it too, okay? So I had a dream about a young woman hanging on the balcony, hanging on for dear life. The Lord revealed to me that that person you see hanging has done something they cannot come back from, okay? And at first I didn't know who it was. I actually thought it was a white woman because it was a blonde. The skin was fair. So I'm like, who's this white woman on my balcony? You know, and I did attempt to save the person, and that's when the Lord said, no, don't save that person, you know. And I still felt bad. I was wondering why. And weeks went by, and I started to get little clues, and months went by, more clues. You know, the puzzle was coming together. And then finally the Lord lifted the person's head in the dream, and I saw the face, and it was Beyonce. And at first I'm like, why is Beyonce here looking like a white woman? You know, so that was the first shocker. And then I'm like, why is Beyonce hanging from the balcony? Number 2. And then number 3, I'm like, why is she on my balcony? Why is she in my dream? You know, so issue 2 touches on some of those things. Issue 3, oh, is issue 3 about DMX? Yes, issue 3 might be about DMX. You know, my allegation that he was murdered, that he did not pass away from an overdose. That is claimed, that has been noted. Okay, but there was foul play, so I talk about that in that issue. The next one, I speak about Solange, who is Beyonce's sister. They share the same parents, because we know that they have other siblings that they have not welcomed into the family. Okay, but that's their choice, that's their business. I'm not judging. But Solange, I was actually admiring Solange in this article, because one thing Solange did that really made me have respect for her is the way she protected her sister in that elevator that day. You know, we already know that black women, I'm not going to go into the whole black woman thing, but to see her throw hands for her sister did something to my heart. So much so, I think that she deserves a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, because that was epic. So epic. All right. So that one is a real tribute to Solange, highlighting the qualities that I wish I had in a sister. And I do have sisters, but let's not even get into that. And moving on, number 5, I think number 5 is titled As the World Turns Against Beyonce. So I know there's some people who are already expressing the way they feel about her, you know. But I feel like when this reason for why she's hanging on the balcony is exposed, many men, a lot more people is going to turn, okay? Next, I think it was Rock Nation, the wrong rock to build on. And in there I go off, because I have a bone to pick with Jay-Z, okay? But you would have to read the article to really know what's shared, okay? After that, I have an article on when a destiny swap fails, okay? A cautionary tale. In there, I talk about destiny swapping, how it happens, why it happens, when it happened, who it happened to, etc., etc. The next one, how much? I don't know how many that is. Is that 7? I know the last one though. The last issue is titled "The Beehive Will Cry." All right, and in there, I think all the reasons why Beyonce is going to receive a halo is disclosed. I'm not done that article, okay, but it has been revealed to me that the Lord has plans to remove Beyonce off the world stage and possibly out the physical world, okay? And that's just based on a message I received. I shared it on TikTok in August, and I think it's titled F Jay-Z, okay? And by Bebe. And I didn't make that up. I would never, ever, ever do something like that. It was a message given, and I shared the message. So the Beehive will cry because it looks like a queen is going down. I don't know if this queen has any implication with any other things that came out the channel earlier or what. I don't know why this judgment is on her, but I guess soon we shall all know. Okay. I don't think I should pull any tarot. Already past the 1 hour mark. But I'll shuffle and remind the viewers, just in case you come in late and don't start at the beginning. We choose to play it from this point forward. Nothing should be taken in stone. Everything should be taken with a grain of salt. Okay, be entertained. And that's that. Use your discretion. Use your discernment. Use your wisdom. This 6 of Pentacles in the reverse is already giving me sinking ship. Okay. Like somebody bit the hand that fed them, and now no more meals. Oh, no soup for you. Okay, you bit the hand that fed you. You went out of order. You didn't follow my instruction. Well, no soup for you. It's in the reverse. Okay, so many men won't eat. Many men are going to lose their seat at the table. Many men are going to get served exactly what they dished out. Okay, this is what all this I'm getting from this. A spoon of your own medicine. You get what you give. You reap what you sow. Tower, this is the truth. Maybe I should just end it here. This is calamity. This is devastation. This sinking ship is going down. Many men is going down with it. Like I said on my TikTok, there aren't enough lifeboats for everyone. Some of you are going to be left at sea in the frigid Atlantic Ocean. Okay, it's cold. Karma. Serving it up hot and fresh, ready to order. So something might be taking place in a parking lot out, well, a store. It could be a store. Something, somewhere where you order something to eat or drink. Restaurant, deli, again, because I said bodega. It could even be a post office, the DMV. Okay, air sign could be involved here. But some kind of truth and clarity was revealed in this message. Again, 3 words were said. You will know what they are. I'm hearing as well. I guess I will know what they are. Maybe I'm speaking to me when I hear it in the playback. Hi, the truth of the matter. Many men wish death upon me. They want to take my life away. Ox. I'm going to end it here. Please catch me on the next one. Let's cut the deck since we got the sword. Okay, so somebody has the sword here. Okay, And that could mean truth. Well, it does mean truth, but it could also be an actual sword, okay? Machete, a knife, anything sharp. Ooh, somebody be careful of somebody pulling up and having razor blade or X-Acto knife, that thing, okay? Somebody needs to be careful in prison because I know they like to flank. All right, somebody just needs to be strong though, okay? A Leo could be involved in this. What's underneath? The 10 of Pentacles. Many men. They don't want you to have your destiny. You're trying to be who you're destined to be, and they're trying to take your strength away. All right. Ox. Many men. Ox. Targeted the wrong one, Ox. You're going to get parked up. You're going to be parked. Parked for good. Yeah, you're going to be parked. Don't know why I'm shuffling when I said I'm going to end it. So is there anything else that I'm not saying that I should say, my lord? Looking at Let Me Be Your Hero. And that was from the last message that I didn't do yet. Somebody needs to up their security as well. Okay. Something about blood money here. Maybe I should just finish these messages. Somebody took blood money, so the hitman. Something about both gone. So I said 2 people might be involved. Both will be gone. Let it be. Let it be. Somebody might be a Beatles fan. Somebody's name might be Paul. Okay, Lennon, John. I feel like there's something more that needs to be said. Okay, so hit, a death wish, suicide mission, last will and testament, 911, take a shot, fatal, death because you are out of order. Okay, you're targeting somebody treasured, somebody iconic as if they were a part of the Beatles. Okay, so a megastar. Okay, classic, historical. Because of that, something will be emptied. This could be a GUN. Something's going to be poured out. Somebody's going to be perplexed, confused. Somebody might get entangled up in something. Okay, this could be this situation about the hit or actual ropes, like I said before, because ropes came out. Okay, so somebody might get tied up. All right, but this situation is confusing because I want to end, but something's being prolonged and it's confusing somebody. Somebody's perplexed because maybe something should have happened already. And they're lost as to why this person is not carrying out the mission, okay? This is getting somebody nervous, somebody anxious, all right? But we're dealing with somebody cutthroat here with all the domino references. And if you go and just look up the definition of cutthroat, as it does not relate to dominoes, it relates to somebody who is a killer, okay? Somebody who is an assassin, a liquidator, executioner. So we're dealing with a real life thug here. Okay, has the mentality that it's a dog eat dog world. Okay, but remember I said there was a message for somebody who is a big dog, a top dog, that great B. Okay, who has dogs behind them. Okay, so I don't know what to say. Proceed at your own risk. 2 people, it could be lovers. This is at the bottom of the deck, and I'm closing it out right here. 2 people, 2 lovers. Remember my dream that I shared earlier. 2 people were in there who were lovers. Okay. I also mentioned another name who also has a lover. Okay, so just keep these things in mind. We're dealing with a couple here. A couple of people, many men, or maybe 2 couples, or just 1 couple, 2 people, put a hit on a megastar, a rock star, somebody who is treasured, loved, adored, especially by God. Okay, not just fans or anything like that. This is a divine order for divine intervention, and the person who plays the hero will be pardoned. Okay, I'm led to share that. Whoever the hero is in this situation, all your sins will be removed from you. Okay, you will still be in good standing with the Lord. All right, because somebody has to be the hero in this situation. It's an emergency situation. I got 911 written down right here. Okay, somebody's about to take a shot at someone and they want that shot to be fatal. Okay, so maybe somebody is going to take the bullet for someone. Somebody's going to lay their life down. And there's a scripture in the Bible that says there is no greater love than this, for a friend to lay down his life for his brethren. I'm just going to give you the scripture reference so you know I'm not making this up, and this is what I'm being led to share. Somebody's going to put their life on the line for somebody, and that is noble. That is so noble. No greater love. That is John, so somebody's name could be John, and you know John actually means love. It's love and grace in one. Someone's name could be John. Someone. I don't want to end on a note like this. But I'll read the scripture and we'll close it here, okay? Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. And we know that's what Christ did for us. He went on the cross out of love, okay? So we have that example that it could be done, okay? And it brought a lot of redemption to many men. This is going to make many men. I don't want to get sad. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. There's somebody here who's going to be a hero. I can be your hero, baby. I can kiss away the pain. I will stay by you forever. You can take my breath away. Oh gosh. I love you all. Bye.